Welcome, everyone, to a world where magic is real. Today, I'm inviting you into the most enchanting, breathtaking, and absolutely spellbinding parade you have ever witnessed, the magical Floral Fairytale Fantasy Parade. Imagine a world where castles are built from millions of living flowers, where phoenixes rise from flames made of golden petals, where fairies dance through streets lined with glowing, enchanted forests, where unicorns walk among us and dragons soar overhead in a blaze of floral glory. This is not a dream. This is not a movie. This is real, and it is happening right before your eyes. From the very first magical float to the grand finale that will leave you completely breathless, prepare yourself for a journey into pure fantasy, extraordinary artistry, and the most stunning floral creations the human imagination has ever produced. Are you ready? Close your eyes for just one moment, take a deep breath, and open them to the magic. Let's begin. Before we enter this enchanted world, let me tell you the beautiful story behind how a parade like this comes to life, because the magic you're seeing didn't happen overnight. Fantasy and fairy tale parades have a rich, centuries-old tradition rooted in the great royal celebrations of medieval Europe. Kings and queens would commission elaborate pageants called entremets, spectacular theatrical productions featuring mythical creatures, enchanted gardens, and living tableaux of legendary stories. These royal spectacles were the parades of their time, designed to transport audiences from ordinary life into extraordinary worlds of wonder. Today, that ancient tradition of magical pageantry lives on, but elevated to an art form that medieval kings could never have imagined. The creation of a floral fantasy parade like this one requires an entire year of preparation. Teams of master float designers, floral artists, mechanical engineers, and creative directors work together to bring each magical concept to life. It begins with a story. Every float in this parade tells a chapter of a greater fairy tale narrative, each one a page in a living storybook rolling past your eyes. Then come the architects, engineers who design massive steel frameworks strong enough to support thousands of pounds of flowers, mechanical systems that make wings flap, dragons breathe, and phoenixes rise. Next arrive the floral artists, master craftspeople who treat flowers the way painters treat colors. They select millions of blooms from around the world, roses from Ecuador, orchids from Thailand, tulips from Holland, cherry blossoms from Japan, all carefully chosen for their colors, textures, and magical qualities. Finally, in the last 72 hours before the parade, hundreds of skilled volunteers and professionals work through the night, applying flower by flower, petal by petal, creating living masterpieces of such breathtaking detail that grown adults openly weep when they see them for the first time. What you are about to witness is the result of thousands of hours of human creativity, passion, and pure dedication to bringing magic into the real world. And now, the parade begins, and nothing, absolutely nothing, prepares you for what leads the procession: the enchanted flower castles. The very first float to emerge is a breathtaking vision of a medieval fantasy castle standing 4 stories tall, its soaring towers and battlements constructed entirely from white roses, pale lavender wisteria, and silver dusty miller. Every turret, every archway, every stone appears to be carved from living flowers. Crystal clear waterfalls made from cascading white dendrobium orchids flow down castle walls into moats of blue and purple hydrangea. At the castle gate, performers dressed as royal flower guardians in gowns made of actual living petals stand motionless as statues until the float passes the crowd, when they suddenly spring to life, scattering handfuls of flower petals like magical fairy dust. The second castle float is darker, more mysterious, a moonlit, enchanted fortress draped in deep purple and midnight blue flowers. dark iris, violet clematis, indigo delphinium. Black-tipped roses create shadow effects so realistic the castle appears three-dimensional, as though you could walk through its gates into another world. The moon above the castle is crafted from 10,000 white gardenias, their fragrance drifting across the entire parade route. But the third castle? Oh, the third castle will stop your heart completely. This is the Golden Sunrise Castle, and it is perhaps the most breathtaking single float ever created for any parade anywhere on Earth. Constructed from 2 million flower petals in every shade of gold, amber, orange, and crimson, this castle literally glows in the sunlight like a structure made from captured fire. Sunflowers create enormous circular windows. Marigolds and saffron-colored roses cascade down its walls. And at its highest tower, a living fairy queen in a gown of golden petals raises her flower staff, and a burst of real butterfly release sends thousands of painted lady butterflies swirling into the sky above the crowd. The gasp from the audience is something you feel rather than hear.
How much for the bluebell vase? For you, only 3 dewdrops.